myself. At the minute, it's like pulling at teeth. It really is. And we... There we go. Got there eventually. Hello everyone, we'll try that again. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. In the last episode we had continued on with Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, and we had continued on with the trial of episode 3, Right of Turnabout. Now we're just going to jump straight back into the episode, because we have a short recess. We're just going to jump straight into it, and hopefully we'll finish the episode by this... finish this chapter within this episode. Sorry, Maya, but this was the only way. Are you sure up for this? Thanks for believing in me, Mick. Even though I don't know if my channeling ability is on point yet. Oh, right. Before she started training here, her success rate was only about 30%. I know you can do it, Maya. At least, I hope she can. So, you sure you're ready? Yeah, at least I think so. You don't sound so confident. What about all your training? Training's one thing. Actually, doing it is another. Oh, I see. Uh-oh. If she fails to channel the High Priest, we're as good as dead. Relax, Nick. You can count on me. I'll show you what my training's done for me. This will be a moment you never forget. Okay. I just hope it's unforgettable. And goodbye. Once we hear Epidemi's story, I'm sure the truth comes to light. I hope so, but he was hiding the fact he was a rebel, so I doubt it'll be as cut as dried as all that. They are ready for you. Please return to the Hall of Justice at once. Okay, Maya. I'm counting on you. You got it. Here we go. We have received official approval for the accused to channel a spirit here today. Now, if you will, Miss Ray, please proceed. Yes, Your Majesty. I can't believe this. Only the Queen should channel spirits. Execute them. Put them to death right now. Yeah, death. Come on, Maya. I'm counting on you. You've been studying here in Kurain for 2 years now, so that one day I'll be the master of Kurain, a village of spirit mediums back home. But first I shall show you all the fruits of my training in your kingdom. Wow, she seems really confident. A neophyte practitioner such as you could not possibly channel a spirit. Okay, Your Benevolence, how about this? If I succeed, will you stop calling me a neophyte? Very well. If you succeed. Oh, I will. Just you watch. O spirit of Taurus, return now to the world of the living. I didn't get a chance to read that, but okay, whatever. Ah. Did it work? Oh my god, that's a... What is this place? Oh my! No! This cannot be! Balkunka! It's the High Priest! The accused really can channel spirits! Go, Maya! I do not understand. This cannot be. This simply cannot be. I must step out now, before I forget myself.
Pardon me. Would this be the Twilight Realm? And one of this luxurious made of hair. Is it perhaps a gift from the Holy Mother for decades of faithful service?
Pardon me?
Mine. If it isn't his Majesty.
Among the dead, it is only you who has passed on.
But the spirit medium, Maya Fey, has brought you back among us today. Why, Acolyte Fey has mastered the secret art of spirit channeling. I suppose that explains these gorgeous locks. When I pass from this world, I too hope to be channeled with a full head of hair. Or it be for the briefest of moments. I give thanks for this splendid coiffure. Praise be to the Holy Mother. However, this kimono is a bit too snug for my tastes. If you would, excuse me. What?
What is he doing?
There, that's better.
He gets his testimony now. And wish he kept his top on.
You are that foreign lawyer the people speak of as late. Is this the Hall of Justice? Well, I've been summoned here. Forgive us for calling you back to your eternal rest, but you have been accused of murder. Might we ask you to testify on your own behalf? I have been accused of murder. That is troubling indeed.
What's with that crazy pose? What is that? I don't like that.
Is there really cause for such astonishment? Even the lowliest of monks can achieve such body control with the proper training. Oh. I wonder if Albie will be able to do that someday. But anyway, will the defense please explain the situation to the High Priest?
I'd be happy to. Your disciple, Perez Alot, has been murdered. It happened on the day before the purification rite. And the crime occurred in the rebel hideout hidden within the inner sanctum.
Acolyte Alot has been killed? Who would do such a thing?
Someone who knew of the hideout and had access to the inner sanctum. In other words, you, Abertinley. After all, weren't you secretly a rebel? Oh dear. That's still a nice body. I hope he doesn't break anything. Wow, the High Priest is amazing! To think he had mastered such an advanced prayer pose. He's still worthy of veneration, even if he is a rebel. Praise be to the Holy Mother! Praise be to the Holy Mother! Oh, God.
Oh, my. Have my rebel allegiances been exposed? Not even my wife knew of that. Seems to rest in peace is not my fate.
Why did you, a devout priest of Koreanism, join the rebellion? The High Priest has come back for us, to us for but a brief time, defense. Should we not cut to the chase and ask the most pressing of questions? Oh, right. Abertinley, the prosecution believes the one who slew both you and Acolyte Salot to be Maya Fey, who had been playing the role of Lady Kira in the rite.
Alright. Being that I was dead until just a moment ago, my memory is a bit hazy. Will you please do your best to remember?
The High Priest says his memory is hazy.
It is all coming back to me. It is as Prosecutor Sabmati concluded. I was slain by none other than Maya Fey.
The High Priest's statement has proven my assertions with regards to his murder correct. No! What about Acolyte's lot? You were the one that killed him, weren't you?
I know not about my disciples' murder. Furthermore, I had an alibi of my own.
An alibi? Seriously?
Seems as if only defense has been hoping for is working against him. Now, Abbot me, your testimony, if you please. Yes, of course. I have an alibi. I have an ironclad alibi for the time during which the murder took place. Just past noon on the day before the riot, I was entering guests at my home. Or entertaining guests. And I believe my guests can corroborate this.
You had guests? Just past noon. It's right about the time the lot was murdered. Are you sure about that?
Absolutely.
Come to think of it, Rayford told me about a spirit's memory. A spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time between the moment of its death and the moment of its channeled. Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. The High Priest seems to know exactly what he's talking about. So the question is, what would be the best angle of attack? Nature.
Are you perhaps mocking me? Or is it perhaps the kingdom of Crane itself you wish to ridicule?
Come on, everyone knows what an alibi is. We're not a country bumpkins here. We have plenty of core dramas on TV.
Please, I say. Mr. Wright, would you care to clarify your last statement?
Please, don't take it the wrong way. It's just... alibi is a rather technical term for a priest to use so naturally.
I assure you I know how to use the term. In fact, I had even hoped for a chance to do so one day. So that even I, a high priest, am not immune to such trivial worldly attachments.
Oh, I see. Still, he seems unusually calm and composed. It's almost as if... it's almost as if he prepped himself for some bias.
Hold it!
Guests? And you entertain them personally?
That I was. We gathered around the table for a most enjoyable conversation.
He said his guests could corroborate his alibi. That can't be good for our case. Are you sure that was the same day as the murder? Maybe you've misremembered.
Kah! Do not doubt my mnemonic faculties. What the fuck am I doing? I may have died, but my memories up to that point are crystal clear.
Sorry! He's pretty thin-skinned for a priest. I guess I should have known better than to doubt his memory. Yes, we know. Literally just did this.
There's nothing better than enjoying Gingill cuisine with dear friends. That way everyone's breath becomes equally malodorous.
Right.
Hold it!
I know exactly where your guests that day. Don't tell me they were rebels, so they can't be called here to testify.
It was his majesty along with his family. He couldn't attend the rite due to work, so he stopped by ahead of time. My, how his daughter has grown.
Wait a second.
Let me set the record straight right now. I am not a rebel. Thank you for that wonderful meal, Abatinmi. Abatinmi's cooking simply cannot be beat. So there you have it. When exactly was His Majesty at your home? He was there from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Indeed, precisely the time period within which Acolyte Zealot was slain. Yes, we had a rousing chat concerning the game of Quatre Demar.
But
I'll just have that added to the testimony. After all, it's I who visited the High Priest's home. My guests that day were His Majesty and his family. They visited from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
now, I could do that, or I could do that, or I could do that. It's either family photo, believed statement, or the autopsy report. I'm going to play the autopsy report. It's not the autopsy report. Yes, I know. How are you going to take his alibi? What do you do? Oh, right, she's kind of busy right now.
What? Is there something on my face?
No, not at all. Now let's start chipping away at that statement about his alibi. No.
Hold it!
Let's try pressing it for a second. Your Majesty, are you sure this testimony is completely accurate?
As far as all can be. Oh, how wonderful it is to finally have my actions be admissible as evidence in court. His Majesty was at my home during the exact time period of the murder. Come, let us put this behind us. I could not have possibly committed this crime.
How can you be so sure? What if the clock or watch TV was off? Or you misread the time?
There was a clock right near the table and it had the exact time as my watch. Now do you understand, lawyer? As you can see, my alibi is airtight. Or do you still think I could have killed Acolyte Zealot?
His Majesty's... He's satisfied now? His Majesty's a witness?
He's satisfied now.
There is not a single discrepancy in Abatumi's alibi. If I give up now, it's all over. Now, hold on a second. Is there anything wrong with the High Priest's testimony? Wait, never mind. I thought as much. After all, there can be no killer other than the accused.
Indeed, and therefore I see no need to continue further these proceedings.
Do I really want to give up now? If I do, Maya will be found guilty. Is there really not a single thing wrong with the High Priest's testimony? Please, Your Majesty, wait. There is a discrepancy in the High Priest's testimony. There is.
There is? Well, perhaps you could explain what it might be.
This is what was wrong with his testimony. See, I did think that. That's why I presented the autopsy report. No one ever stated what time Acolyte Zealot was murdered.
Now that you mention it.
And despite that, you claim to have an alibi from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And that means you knew that Acolyte Zealot was dead when you were still alive. Whoa, that was weird. Wait, I think I just saw something right now. I must be imagining things. So, Tell me, how did you know what time the crime had been committed?
Yeah, about that. Open your heart, and the Holy Mother in. Why, we've been blessed with the High Priest's sacred words of prayer. All who serve Her Holiness must strive to banish worldly desire. All who serve Her Holiness must strive to banish worldly desires from their soul. Open your heart, serve the Holy Mother. Purge your mind of greed and bias. I feel as if my very soul has been cleansed.
You can't fool me. Prayer may banish worldly desires, but it can't make a contradiction disappear.
How can you be so sure? What's that supposed to mean? This lawyer seems to think little of the power of Christ prayer. Huh? Everton was at home during the crime but knew of what happened at the hideout. I believe this can be explained thusly. He must have had a way to monitor the hideout from his home.
What?
You never cease to amaze, prosecutor. As he has surmised, there was a listening device installed in the hideout. It enabled me to instantly learn of anything unusual, even when I was not there. Remember, the rebels had been using this as a top-secret hideout. It would be perfectly natural for them to install such apparatus. Wait, come to think of it, while I was searching the rebel hideout...
There's something under the banner. A microphone? What's this doing here? Is someone trying to record something with it? That was a listening device?
It starts recording whenever it detects movement. And I heard just a recording after His Majesty and his family left. If you look in the desk in my study, you will find the tape in question. Alright then, bailiff.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Go retrieve the tape in question from the High Priest's home.
At once, Your Majesty.
The power of Quranist prayer. Even a putrid brain such as yours should understand it now.
It's like the contradiction really did vanish.
We shall ascertain the content of the recording once we have the tape. In the meantime, I would ask Everton to continue with the testimony. Very well. I was entertaining His Majesty and his family when the crime occurred. When I listened to the tape later, I heard a man and a woman quarreling. It sounded like an altercation between Acolyte Zealot and Acolyte Faye. After that, there was a loud noise, followed by haunting silence.
I have to find some way to attack his alibi. If only Maya were here.
She has a way of putting me at ease. But seeing her like this is only creeping me out. Although the High Priest was a rebel, he was still a Quranist holy man. Therefore, take care in your questioning, lest you invoke the ire of our people.
How dare he suspect the High Priest? May the Holy Mother strike him blind. As if this wasn't hard enough already.
Nice try, but I'll stop at nothing to find the truth.
Hold it!
You were entertaining His Majesty and his family during the crime?
Indeed, my wife Believe was treating them to a wonderful home cooking.
I was there that day.
Why, yes, she was in the kitchen cooking up a storm the entire time. Come to think of it, I don't think I saw her at all that day. She takes her culinary duties more seriously, you see. That is why she was in the kitchen cooking without pause the entire day.
So the judge never saw Mrs. Inley.
Shall I have Timmy add that statement?
Have him at it.
Please add that statement to your testimony. As you wish.
Objection!
Feck. Hang on a second. My phone's overheating. Hang on, I'm just gonna go open the door because my phone's overheating. Which sucks, man.
I don't know about trials in your country, but we refrain from such rush outbursts here. Perhaps this will deter any further urges.
And then Bush. Yes. Because I failed.
Trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defence is failed to counter the charges filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defence Competency Act against defence. Now then, this court finds the accused by FA and defence in its right guilty.
Retry from this scene.
Hold it!
And then we add that to testimony, just in case. Now I got work. My phone is so hot. I'm gonna leave that for a minute instead of keeping an eye out on it.
Hold it!
Whatever happens, happens. What was your wife making that day?
The menu that day included
Hartin Suppose and Melton Mott.
They're both traditional Kurdish dishes.
I can't even begin to imagine what those are.
Ah, yes. The exquisite set of heart and suppose and the supreme texture of Melton Mott. Lady Emily's cooking that day was utterly unforgettable. Thank you. That brings me great joy to know you enjoyed our meal. Now, once His Majesty and his family had left...
Hold it!
You had everything from recording?
Indeed. Each night I would secretly check what the listening device had recorded. I would have been in serious trouble with my lovely wife if she'd discovered my secret.
Can you really tell what happened by the audio alone?
Long years of ascetic training have sharpened my hearing. It is but a simple matter for me to ascertain a situation by the sounds I hear. Practicing chronism improves your hearing. Hearing is but one of those senses that can improve. If one can focus and attain inner peace, all five senses can be sharpened. Why the warbard over... Yes, hello, welcome back. Thank you very much. Why the warbard over in the bazaar just cried. Did you not hear it? Give me a break. It sounded like an altercation between... Old Man Meyer. It's no longer Old Man Consequences, it's Old Man Meyer. Hold on, are you sure about those voices? Does it really acolyte a lot to Miss Faye? I was much for reasonable conclusion under the circumstances. Or perhaps acolyte Faye has an alibi that you can prove. I'm afraid not. I suggest you make a mollusk, make it like a mollusk, and climb up. Now I'll continue my testimony if I may.
Hold it!
That noise? That sounds worth looking into.
That was a terrible crushing sound. Barclights a lot. Must have felt so heavy.
Must have been the sound of that stone slab falling over. Actually, I haven't heard that testimony. I haven't had it. Please add that statement to your testimony.
As you wish.
Objection!
No.
Autopsy report.
Autopsy report?
Satisfied my alibi, I believe it is about time for me to return to the Twilight Realm.
What's the rush? Well, let's enjoy some time among the living. Better find a way to attack his alibi sooner. Just have to press harder and hope something useful comes out. Press harder.
Hold it!
You believe that terrible crash is connected to Acolyte Zalot's death? Yes, the sound no doubt was poor Zalot's death now. Such is a tragedy, for he is a fine disciple. I would ask all here today to give a prayer for his departed soul. Zishrei Matanami Yoma. Zishrei Matami Yoma. Zisami Matami Yoma. I had high hopes for a young man's future. Zishrei Matami Yoma.
Why do I feel like such a jerk for just trying to do my job right now?
Mr. Wright, you still feel the need to question the High Priest? His alibi is as tight as tight can be.
This isn't going so well. I'm asking about something else. I'm curious, Abbot me. Can you stop by the rebel hideout after His Majesty left?
Yes, but it'd be wise to assess the situation.
Pardon me.
But as I said before, there was nothing to see. As I said before, there was nothing to see. The hideout appeared as it always had.
Our victim's body?
It was nowhere to be found. Acolyte Faye must have disposed of it and do anything else incriminating.
Bloody water, nothing to see.
So when you saw the rebel hideout, it looked like it does. It looked like it does in this photo. So I'd say that is how it appeared that day. So the stone slab had just been put back in place. Mr. Wright, is it not time to concede defeat?
No, wait, I just need a little more time.
If you insist.
Objection!
Please take a look at this piece of evidence. Anything come to mind? Which one is it?
Maybe it's the last one then.
Objection!
It was one of the two. However, to me, you said, and I quote, "Poor Zalot must have felt so heavy."
Why do you think he felt something heavy?
You said the hideout looked like it did in this photo. If so, there's nothing that would lead you to believe he had experienced a heavy feeling. The fact is, of course, the stone slab did fall over onto Acolyte Zalot, impaling him on the war-barred statue behind him. And that was only revealed through her benevolence's divination seance earlier.
Would your friends please get to the point?
My point is, simply hearing a crushing sound shouldn't have automatically led him to conclude the victim was crushed to death.
I still don't see your point.
I'm saying the High Priest knew. He knew how the victim was really killed.
Why?
And that is information only the real killer could have known. I definitely saw it that time. I got the High Priest's spirit shaking in his boots. Or should I say sandals? Need I remind you, Abattoir was with His Majesty at the time of the crime. Such an alibi precludes him from being the killer. That's true, so he can't be the killer. However, he knew how Zalot was killed, something only the killer could know. Can this discrepancy be resolved somehow?
Well, Mr. Wright, waiting for an explanation.
I was just going to that. I think it's something quick. The High Priest knew something only the killer could have known because...
I believe.
Heard it from the real culprit. He must have heard how the victim died from a real killer.
A real killer?
Of course. Makes perfect sense. I don't want to believe it, but it's the only possible explanation.
So tell us, who is the real killer?
It's gotta be someone close to the High Priest, someone without an alibi. The person most likely to be Zalot's killer is... can't be anyone but Belieb.
Take that!
Your Majesty, while you were visiting the High Priest's home, you didn't see Mrs. Imi at all, did you?
No, I never saw her, but what does that have to do with anything?
Did the High Priest ever leave your sight?
No, we were talking the entire time. The food was brought right into the room's entryway.
Yeah. So the High Priest has an ironclad alibi. But his wife does not.
What the devil are you insinuating?
I'm insinuating that Mrs. Inme might have killed Acolyte Zalot.
Objection!
You have a lot of nerve making such a baseless allegation. She had no motive to kill Acolytes a lot. He was like family to her.
No, we can't entirely discount the idea. Especially if you consider that Mrs. Immy could have been the one posing as Lady Kira.
Even a fool must temper his foolishness at times. Or do you truly believe Lady Kira would kill Acolytes a lot, though he was not...
Objection!
Pardon me. As we all know, the High Priest was secretly a rebel. We've followed that his favourite disciple could very well be a rebel too.
Are you suggesting that Mrs. Immy killed her husband as well?
As sad as it is to think she'd kill her own husband to rid the kingdom of rebels, I don't think we can rule it out.
Yeah. Yikes! You claim my wife is a rebel hunting Lady Kira, and she slew Ocelot and myself. My lovely wife! That is utterly impossible! Yikes! I have never seen a high priest so angry. It is as Abbot Inmee stated. And the accused has already been found guilty of his murder. It is far too late to overturn it.
After Rabel Hunter is salad.
Fair enough.
That's right, Mr. Wright. Now apologize to the good priest before he gets angry again. Quickly now.
No, I'm not going to apologise. The true identity of Lady Kira is a major piece of this child's puzzle. Admit it, Abbot Inmee. Your wife, Lady Inmee, killed you. Yet even now you continue to lie in an effort to protect her.
How absurd. It appears the lawyer has forgotten. My lovely wife could not possibly battle the rebels in the guise of Lady Kira. We were blessed by her holiness, and she is with a child. Praise be to the Holy Mother.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. And so did I, to be fair. And I mean me. Hello. I did completely forget about the pregnancy, actually.
That abominable Lady Kira, who slew me and Acolytes a lot, was the accused.
This is bad, but I can't give up now. Don't forget, my client doesn't have the strength to fight rebels either. How could a weak young man like her possibly... Woman. How could a weak young woman... Yes.
You foolish oaf of a lawyer. If only you were blessed as a lady in me.
What?
Surely the accused possesses the strength, or should I say the power. The power to battle those black-hearted rebels.
What are you talking about?
My good prosecutor, I see you've come to the same conclusion as I. Such keen insight. And you have figured out as well, haven't you, May? May I ask you to explain it to this putrid-brained lawyer? Certainly, for I cannot allow him to frame my lovely wife for murder. Foreign devil! Your Majesty, allow me to testify as to how my affairs have made murderous Lady Kira. Well, if it was so to anger, then by all means, please testify. Agalai Frey channeled Lady Kira's spirit. She is a spirit medium who knows Lady Kira's true name, so she could have done it. So it was the real Lady Kira who turned to root out the rebels among us. She attacked and killed me with a strength far beyond any mortal woman.
But...
Do you understand now? Murder by spirit channeling explains everything. This is the only way the accused could have defeated one rebel after another. Indeed, I am living, or shall I say dead, proof of her terrible power.
Testimony and the scroll.
See, I was thinking that, because you can't... The idea being is you can't channel spirits without a face. Still no face.
come back to haunt her. Now, is it not time to let it go and move on defense?
No, never. I'll never give up.
Now what? Think, think! How can I prove that Maya couldn't have channeled Lady Kira?
What it call the tone of sneaky.
They might as well.
Objection!
The Tome of Secrets is only given to priestess who performs a purification rite. Is this your proof that my client could have channeled Lady Kira? Yes, indeed. For it contains the true name of Lady Kira, a secret only revealed within. Abaddon may... I'm afraid I'm mistaken.
This couldn't have been used to channel Lady Kira.
What nonsense! Miss Wright, would you care to explain?
This is why my client couldn't have channeled Lady Kira.
Take that!
Lady Kira's face is hidden behind a mask in the secret Tome of Secrets. That's it. You need both name and a face to channel a spirit.
It can't be.
Without a face, it would have been impossible for my client to channel Lady Kira.
Oh my.
Therefore, the claim that she became Lady Kira by means of spirit channeling is patently false. And with Lady Kira out of the equation, my client had no motive to commit murder.
But then, who is the rebel hunting Lady Kira we've been reading about in the paper?
Yes, who is this other suspect, if indeed there is one at all? Let us hear the defense's brilliant deduction. Think! The true identity of Lady Kira is the key solving both murders. Now, Mrs. M may be suspicious, but her pregnancy takes her out running. Mr. Rebel is a rebel, so that doesn't make any sense. That leaves us with...
I try to have that look again. Only you know you have to say something, but can't figure out what it is.
Yeah. This is my chance to really top the heat. I just have to stir the pot or something floats on to the top. Your Majesty, I know who's been posing as the rebel hunting Lady Kira. No, maybe. No. Maybe. No. It's either to rust or to pray.
You do? You sure about that?
Yes, completely. Maybe. I don't know anymore.
I sense I may regret this, but please go on and explain.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This is who's been posing the rebel, hunting Lady Kira. I'm leaning more towards Parade.
Take that!
A true identity, rebel hunting Lady Kira, we seek is Parade's a lot.
What's this? A high priest murders disciple, as Lady Kira, you say? Peace, I say peace. And events will continue.
Yes, Your Majesty. I whittle down the list of suspects until those ones lost. I hope so. I wasn't Lady Kira, neither was this in me or any of the other possibilities. That leaves a lot, and I have the evidence to prove it.
Look the watch.
I actually just saw that. The Steel Samurai watch there. course it is. I was going to say, this is what proves that that Acolyte is a lot. Acolyte is a lot was Lady Kira. Lady Kira's warning letter. How absurd! What could that possibly prove? The client was Lady Kira. And the reason you gave that was the reason you gave was that the High Priest's house was locked at tight. But there was another member of family who lived there. Yeah. Therefore, Acolyte Zalot could have delivered the warning anytime he wanted. What is he talking about? That's just not possible.
Lag and stream lag combined.
Yeah, it's probably also possibly due to my phone overheating, but there we go. You see, Lady Kira is not the culprit, but rather the victim. That's exactly what I'm saying.
That would overturn the entire premise of this case. This trial is proceeded on the assumption Lady Kira is behind the killings. But if Lady Kira is the one of the victims, who is the killer? And what was their motive?
The suspect left is Mrs. Imley. There's only one possible motive. What if Mrs. Imley is a rebel?
What? Fiend, you're so bent on casting suspicion upon my lovely wife. Blasphemer! You have no evidence of this. Repent for the mistrust in your soul.
Objection!
Well, you have no evidence either. After all, the dagger with my client's print on it wasn't what killed Acolyte Zalot. And the plumed Punisher theme that he heard could have been an alarm clock. That means all of the evidence linking her to the crime has been called into question.
Was Lady Emily a rebel? Did she pose as Lady Kira to kill Acolyte Zalot? Or was Acolyte Zalot a rebel and was the accused Lady Kira who killed him? I would say either scenario is just as likely. What are we to do now? The alarm clock, you say? Do you mean the one in the rebel hideout?
Yes, but what of it?
So that's it.
What's going into him?
Pardon me. This wasn't so comical. Forgive my outburst. That has simply tickled my funny bone.
It's not active. Ha 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 ha.
What did?
The theme song came from the plumed Punisher clock, you say? That alarm clock could not possibly have gone off.
What makes you say that? The clock was working just fine last time I checked.
Try using your head for a change. Would not the existence of a secret hideout be given away if an alarm clock kept going off?
Wait. You don't mean...
Indeed. We leave the alarm switch off at all times.
No!
In that case, I am sad to say the defense's claim does not hold water. Would you care to respond, Mr. Wright?
Oh, this can't be happening. Not now.
We should put an end to the lawyer's futile struggles. The theme song that they two heard was from the accused's strap, just as we suspected. Wait. Okay. Therefore, the accused is the rebel hunting Lady Kira and the victim's killer. I need an opening, something I can raise an objection to. That plumed Punisher theme song Acolyte was a lot heard in his phones. I do heard it by way of listening device.
But did you really? You heard it. Why didn't you testify to the fact before?
Is it not obvious? I did not know such a tune become a key matter of dispute. Yes, the matter of the theme song came up before Aberdeen News channeled.
Oh, right. Well then, What if he's lying about the alarm clocks? Clock's alarm being switched off.
Miserable wretch. A pointless lie, one easily disproven.
If you check the clock, you'll see the alarm is in fact switched off. I can't think of it. What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right. You see the switch back into the off position before we left.
I remember hearing it clearly. There was distinctive taiko drums into the intro, etched in my mind. They went. Daga-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum.
Distinctive taiko drums in the intro.
Tycho.
This trial's gone on far too long. Shall we move ahead to the verdict phase now?
It's interesting. By all means, let us return Abbott and me spirited to the Twilight Realm.
And before I go, let me say where's my darling wife.
Here. No, hold on just 1 minute. Your Majesty.
Yes?
The High Priest's statement is inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence.
It is?
Still you writhe in your defiance of your fate. Oh. What would it be? 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 I don't know. The very sight reminds me of a tortured soul riding in flames. You must be saying it once I show you the evidence. Now all I have to do is pick the right one. This piece of evidence is inconsistent with that statement about the taiko drum intro.
Take that!
This is what's inconsistent with this statement. My client's plumed Punisher strap.
What does this have to do with anything?
It plays the Plumed Punisher theme song, and here it is. The theme to the Plumed Punisher Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. Do you see what I mean? The music the victim heard in his final moments might not have been the Plumed Punisher theme song.
I'm afraid I am not following you. What was it if not the Plumed Punisher theme?
In his final moments, Acolyte Zalot heard the Steel Samurai theme. There are no taiko drums in the intro of the Plumed Punisher theme, so what Acolyte Zalot actually heard in his final moments was the theme of the Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo Old Twilight, Tokyo. Neo Old Tokyo.
Peace, I say. Mr. White, what is this Steel Samurai of which you speak?
Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo is an action hero show from America. The Plumed Punisher theme is a total very similar to it. If you didn't know about the Steel Samurai, you could easily mistake the two.
But the fact that Acolyte Zalot heard music from the American action hero show is irrefutable evidence the accused was in a secret hideout.
Actually, no, you have it backwards.
Backwards?
That's right. This way met an avid Plumed Punisher fan here in Kurain, and as a token of their friendship, she traded a certain Steel Samurai item she had from a Plumed Punisher strap.
Is that a Plumed Punisher fan? The one who killed Acolyte Zalot?
Yes. And that avid fan is none other than the High Priest's wife, Belibin Mills. Do you have evidence to back up this claim, Mr. Wright? For as forgiving as the Holy Mother is, I doubt you would tolerate yet another dose of your basest slander. I suggest you prepare yourself to face her holiness wrath. Oh, I'm prepared. Turn this entire case upside down, that is. This is my last chance. I better take a deep breath and review the evidence.
Very well, then. Please present your evidence if you would, defense.
It's okay. There's 3 things flashing, but it's okay.
Take that!
This is this.
this. It's right here in his family photo. Proof that Mrs. Immy and Miss Faye traded items during their favourite characters. A family photo.
This game it's like Ace Attorney, one very stupid case.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. And what exactly should we be looking at here? The proof that they exchanged items featuring their favourite characters is right here.
Take that!
Look at Mrs. Immy's left wrist. You can see the Steel Samurai's trademark top knot right there. Which clearly makes this a Steel Samurai wrench. Why, I never knew my wife had such a hobbies, Miss Amateur me. His family photo was taken right before Acolyte Zalot was murdered. At that point, my client had the Punisher strap and Mrs. Immy had the samurai watch. So what the victim heard in his final moments was none other than the samurai watch Mrs. Immy was wearing. I wish to amend my testimony. What I thought at Tiger Jones was something else. My wife never had such a watch. It's the truth I tell you. You must believe me about the dream. Be not deceived by the defense's loyally chicanery. Now what? Been pretty quiet up to this point. What does he have up his sleeve? Unfortunately, what he's got up his sleeve is gonna have to wait. I know we are so close, but my throat is starting to kill me. I'm gonna be honest. So, the rest of this episode will have to continue on till the next YouTube episode / live stream. Unfortunately. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I know, but my throat... I might... hang on. Right, I'll continue a little bit more. A little bit more. There's a big gaping hole in his film's claim. A big gaping hole? I don't think so. Oh no, I'm afraid it is there alright. Just like the big gaping holes in your putrid brain. And your brain is neither putrid nor full of holes. You're not a zombie after all. Said the dead lawyer walking. He who has narrow of vision focuses on what is before him, never seeing the big picture. Or as they say in your country, you cannot see the forest for the trees. For it is said, if it is as you said, Lady and me, the rebels slew acolytes a lot, the rebel hunting Lady Kira. Then the rebel hunter would have been dead before the high priest was slain. Ah, that means the high priest could not have been slain by the rebel hunting Lady Kira. Yeah, how could I have missed that? So tell me, who are you going to say killed the high priest now? No! Oh, my throat. Do you finally understand the sheer size of the holes that riddle your putrid brain? I'm in hot water now. You don't have any other suspects in the high priest's murder. You mindless zombie, you should have begun your journey into the Twilight Realm long ago. Now let it go and move on. No, I will never give up. I just need to think things through and figure out who really killed the High Priest. Laserbrain? Laserbrain! I'm sorry. I love Laserbrain. I love the music of Laserbrain. It's Laserbrain. It's so cool. If Acolyte Zalot had been Lady Kira, he couldn't have killed the High Priest. So the question is, who did? Maybe I can get to the bottom of this by reviewing the events of the order of events in order. What evidence should... What? Laserbrain, exactly. What evidence could tell me something about the crime scene before the murder? That's not what I wanted to do. Warbot again. Now that's found later in Pilgrim Zalot's body. It doesn't tell me anything about the crime scene before the murder. I think it's something else. The spring was stained red before the rite. Oh, right. I said the spring had been stained red even before the rite had begun. The spring was already red before the High Priest's murder because of Zalot's blood. The spring was stained red by Zalot's blood.
That's right, the lot had been killed in the rebel hideout the day before the riot, and his blood flowed into the spring. Wait a second. The High Priest knew the Zealot had been killed in the hideout, so why didn't he report to the authorities? If I had been the killer, he could have easily had it arrested on the spot. Why didn't the High Priest inform the authorities right then? To keep the hideout hidden. If he reported Zealot's murder, then the authorities would find out about the hideout. That's what he's worried about. But by going through with the rite, the High Priest risked having Maya see the spring to running red with blood. Why did he have to go through with the rite? Damn it! Did he want to kill Maya? He had any number of other chances to do that. When she's still alive must mean he wasn't out to kill her. He wants a settled crime scene to conceal the hideout. But how is he planning on concealing the source of the blood in the spring? Use his own blood. Suicide? He concealed the source of the blood with his own. That was how he kept the rebel hideout a secret. It's all starting to fall into place. I know who killed the High Priest. It was Tarost himself. Tarost's death was a suicide. I can't believe it. The High Priest took his own life to keep the rebel hideout a secret.
Don't do suicide, that one-way ticket to hell.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. The High Priest wasn't murdered by anyone. He took his own life to keep the rebel hideout a secret.
What? What's this? The High Priest committed suicide? I've never heard anything more absurd.
The lawyer had placed a stain on the good priest's death by his putrid brain. His putrid gaping holes were as large as the hole in his logic. What hole? You still fail to understand. You truly cannot see the forest for the trees. You claim the High Priest took his own life. Never considered who brought the dagger to the plaza of devotion. Ah. After the priest was killed, the dagger was thrust into Acolyte Zalot's dead body. Only the accused, my fate, could have done that.
It is as prosecutor Salmari says. Your claim's rather porous in its logic. Your evidence is too weak. You cannot prove the High Priest took his own life to conceal the rebel hideout.
It's also already in him at that time. The dagger was never at the inner sanctum. Of course, that's it.
What is it?
There was no need to move the dagger. It had already been stabbed into Acolyte Zalot's body the day before the rite.
What? That means... What does that mean?
It means the dagger wasn't the weapon that took the High Priest's life.
But no weapon was ever found at the inner sanctum. If you will not listen to reason, I insist you prove your assertion.
Show us what you believe the real murder weapon to be. The real murder weapon? Nothing, but I know there had to have been a weapon there. Even if you think back on the trial thus far, it's the clue I need.
Well, the defense care to tell us what the real murder weapon is?
That statue got double kill.
Pretty much, yeah. Double kill. What really killed him has been the inner sanctum all this time. Its lethality has already been demonstrated by the late Acolytes a lot. That's right, it was the Warbard statue.
You believe that statue claimed both victims' lives?
Would you care to chime in, Abbott, in me?
No, he lies. Pay him no heed. Why, it's...
KO.
Hello. A lady in me. Darling, don't Do you think this has gone on long enough?
Believe, no. Your Majesty, my wife knows nothing. Please, Abbot and me, let your wife speak. Now, Lady and me, please continue if you would.
It's that time again.
What time would that be?
2:30 in the afternoon. The time my husband conducts his daily prayers.
It's time
And
to hear the watch.
the tame Pare was slain. Never, can I just say, never did I think I'd ever hear this song again. Or have anything to do with the Steel Samurai. Never. Never, never, never.
That sounded...
The Steel Samurai. I too like to pray at the same time as my dear husband, so I set an alarm to remind me each day, but I had no idea it would come to this.
No, stop! She knows not what she speaks.
Your Majesty, I am the one who slew acolytes a lot.
Was that a breakdown? Abbot and me. Bailiff, someone visited us at once.
I'm assuming that would be the breakdown then. Bit weak. I mean, it was just shouting, but there's weaker. There's, what's her name? The movie director who just went, and that was it.
The physician is now attending the high priest. There's no need to fear. Now let us continue.
And what about the half of him called Maya? That's still among the living? Zimmy, will you tell us everything you know? The truth is, I am a rebel, just like my husband. His tragedy unfolded before the rite, during the Feast of Blessings. I had gone to the rebel hideout to prepare it for Dutch's escape.
And that's when acolytes a lot suddenly appeared.
My friends do that scream like maniacs, so it's cool.
Fair enough. See, I would do it a bit more like a maniac, but a minute, yeah, probably not the best idea.
Pray was
shocked when he saw me there.
Otherwise the lot did not know you were a rebel.
I do not believe he did. I believe he was there to simply investigate. Yeah, that's fair. At the minute, that's as good as you're going to get out of me at this current moment in time, but, you know. I believe he was there to simply to investigate the hideout.
And then he suddenly came face to face with Mrs. Inmay. So the true identity of the rebel hunting lady, Kira, was praised a lot?
Yes. He was a member of the secret police, serving directly under the Minister of Justice.
Secret police?
And this is what he said to me. I kill rebels with impunity. The Justice Minister has my back. He was using his position within the secret police to deal us rebels a heavy blow. But murder sanctioned by the crown is still murder.
Even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scumbuddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch if I were you. 'Cause you got a fine attitude like one of them dragon dukes.
The trick of Minister Inger's sleeve was Lady Kira. No, this can't be. My father would never.
This must be a bolt out of the blue for Rafer. This explains why acolytes a lot abandoned his real name.
Yes. He even went as far as covering up a tattoo for all Koreanist clergy members' sleeve.
Lady Kira was a member of the secret police? That explains why no order was given to investigate her attacks. I guess I'm not alone in hearing this for the first time.
But, this cannot be. This cannot be.
Is this true? The Justice Minister is sanctioning state-sponsored murder? Please. Now, Lady and me, please continue.
Pare suddenly lunged at me. That's when he pushed the stone slab toward him with all my might. But I never meant for what happened next to occur.
Allow me to take it from here. Yeah, but me. Is all right now? I'm sorry you had to see that. But you need not worry about me. I'm already dead.
Please. We need to know what was so important that you would take your own life.
After I learned that my wife had accidentally slain Zalot, I killed his body with snow that I could see like as if he died more recently than he did.
I was going to say, this music is really, really depressing and sad now.
Then, I later moved it to the Plaza of Devotion, and inserted the dagger into his wound. The plaza was empty at that time, for it was before prayer time had started. Finally, I placed his body in the prayer pose, knowing that no one would notice anything was wrong until the rite had concluded. It's perfectly plausible that no one would disturb him if he seemed to be praying. We do treasure our prayer time, after all.
So you admit you tried to pin this crime on Maya Fey?
Yes, this was all my doing. I never told my wife of my plan. But surely she would have tried to stop me.
How did you get Miss Faye's fingerprints on the dagger?
I had to hold it while we were rehearsing the rite the day before. Right before the rite, I drugged it with a sleeping agent. Then I put Lady Kira's robes over the wall-bound statue.
That means...
Case story-wise, it's great. Case-wise, not good.
Ah, ugh. I was like, alright then, fair enough. I was probably already groggy by the time the rite started.
Finally, I ended up my own life, to ensure that the crime would appear to have been by Acolyte Faye's own hand. But when the body was discovered, Lady Kira's robes on the ground. How'd they end up there if they were on the statue?
After I impied myself on the statue's dagger-like feathers, I used the lancers to answer my strength to hurl my body backwards.
As I did, I grabbed onto the robes, taking them with me as I fell back onto the ground. You're terrible! I was asked you to do such a thing.
Next case is Balloon.
Balloon?
Balloony! You needn't have committed suicide simply to frame the accused. That's a good start, Marty. As one well versed in our kingdom's legal system, I expect you of all people to understand.
Understand what? This kingdom's legal system. This is Imi's crime. Your suicide. It can't be. That'd be sadder than sad.
Why, I believe the defense knows of what the High Priest speaks.
Yeah, I finally understand. This explains why the High Priest took his own life.
Take that!
The Defense Culpability Act. Circumstantial evidence supports Mrs. Imi's killing of acolytes a lot in self-defense. However, it would be next to impossible to prove it without a lawyer. That's why the High Priest wanted to pin the crime on Maya Fey.
I fail to see what that has to do with his suicide.
In Korean, the divination seance is the most important piece of trial evidence. The High Priest wanted to frame Miss Fey as a serial killer. It was a clever plan in which he made sure he'd see Lady Kira in his final moments.
The lawyer speaks true. This is why I placed Lady Kira's robes upon the wall-bound statue. It made it seem that Acolyte Faye was the rebel-hunting Lady Kira.
What? Are you saying you used my divination seance to produce false evidence?
Forgive me your benevolence. It is the only way to help my lovely wife.
If you had approached me first, I could have proved that the murder was in self-defense.
Perhaps. But I had little faith in lawyers, despite being a rebel. How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up a crime. And had I done so, my wife would rush to my defense, and when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I could not have lived with myself had she been convicted because of that fiendish man.
This cannot be. All I have done under the laws of our kingdom, it has all been...
Sad moment, loudly crying face, loudly crying face,
Loudly crying face, loudly crying face, loud... Skull emoji! That's what we need, is a skull emoji! But also sad moment, yes. Poor Rafa. She's really taking this hard. She is. Thing is, I feel bad for Rafa more than anyone, if I'm honest. Like, she's been lied to by her own goddamn father. Like, that is... Whoo, boy. See what I mean? Like, Was it earlier in this case, or was it the first case where we said that Rafer was gonna have the most character growth? This is exactly why. This is exactly why.
Mr. Phoenix, right. It's time to show the might of your legal prowess. You mustn't allow another innocent soul to be charged under that despicable law.
Of course. I'll do whatever I can.
What I have done to you in Acolyte Phase, unforgivable. I can only offer my most humble of apologies. Your Majesty? Yes?
Well, last case for the
I ask
week.
that you please look after my wife.
Fair enough.
You have my word. Your benevolence. It's time that I return
Next
to the
case
Twilight
back to
Realm.
Murica.
America!
Back with Apollo and Athena back in.
America. The Magatama of pausing, if you please.
Very well. Your benevolence, please allow me the honor. Yes, it would be more fitting for you to send him on his way.
Mrs. Inmay.
Darling, so glad I was able to see you one last time. Oh no, I'm going to start crying in a minute, aren't I? Thank you for everything.
I'm sorry to leave you like this, my love.
But now you can watch over me from the world beyond.
Yes. Always and forever.
And with every breath I take, my darling, I'll be thinking of you. Oh, this is so sad. Oh God, I'm actually. Oh. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's smiling. Sorry, I've just got something in my eye. I've just got something in my eye.
Piece of evidence in last case.
Fair enough. Oh, believe. Farewell, my darling Torust. Oh, God. Fucking hell, man. I was not expecting it to be this sad. That. I don't think I can beat Maya at the minute. I praise his return to the Twilight Realm. Maya!
Sad dead man.
Oh my God. That was... Wow. I feel great. Guess this means he didn't leave any regrets behind. Oh, but what about the Tronic?
It's over. The sad reality, born of love, and the great tragedy, born of the Defense Culpability Act.
Maya didn't know the sadness.
Well, I see no need to continue this trial. Does the prosecution have anything to say? Mr. Phoenix, right. I owe a debt to you. One that I will pay back in court someday. Now to deliver today's verdict and overturn that of yesterday's trial. With respect to all current and previous charges against them, I hereby declare the accused, Maya Fey, and her defense, Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
And we get the butterflies again. I forgot. I almost forgot we get the butterflies. And the peacefulness. Let's pray. After that sad little thing, we need peace and serenity.
Very guilty.
Very good. I declare Maya Fey and Phoenix Wright very guilty. I had not really heard a word of what's been going on today.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I was thinking, Nick, the legal system here is really stacked against the defense. It's totally unfair.
Yeah.
You even forced the High Priest to make this ultimate sacrifice just to protect his wife. It's just so sad. Pretend to status quo or join the revolution. The real Lady Kira were here. Wonder which side she would take. Your benevolence. Huh? What?
I was, just wondering. You alright?
Quiet, you! How could you possibly be? How could I possibly be all right?
Yeah, she's not doing well at all.
Who do you think you are, suddenly appearing before me, trembling my insides underfoot and plunging the whole of justice into utter chaos? You even desecrated my mother and father's teachings, you soulless infidel!
Oof, that was a bit more extreme than usual.
What am I to do? I had always believed that communing with my victim's Mitama would lead me to the absolute truth. But each time you overturned my insights, it was revealed that they served to support false charges rather than the truth. I am left now with that heavy truth in my heart.
I'm sorry, Rafa.
Perhaps I am not worthy of hearing the voices of the Mitama.
That's where you're wrong, Your Benevolence.
What? Maya? How dare you! You're always to bring forth the voices of the Mitama into our world. If you don't do it, who will? You know nothing, Maya Fey. It was spirit channeling, not the divination seance that brought the truth to light. How dare an insider like you employ the Queen's secret art? But what can I do? My spiritual power does not even approach yours. Is that a cruel joke? The royal priestess bested by a lowly outsider.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Why not? It is worth a laugh. It is worth at least a laugh or two. You shouldn't talk like that. Huh? Listen, Your Benevolence. You were just fulfilling your duty, weren't you? You're the only one capable of performing the divination seance, right? The station of royal priestess is not something to abandon lightly. The station of royal priestess? People of your kingdom believe in you, but if you really mean all that you just said, then what are they supposed to believe in? You know not of what you speak. Actually, I kind of do. After all, I'm only here training so I can become the master of my village back home. A village master, you say? I did not know. Seems I owe you an apology. Even for today, I called you a neophyte practitioner.
It's alright, Your Benevolence.
Thank you for finally acknowledging me.
A future queen and a future village master. I guess I shouldn't be unduly surprised, considering they may have a common ancestor. Well, that's right, Your Benevolence.
Barbed head!
Your insights were a crucial piece of evidence in this last trial. Doesn't matter if they weren't always 100% accurate. You should be proud of what you did. You played an important role in ensuring that justice was served. Besides, your insights aren't the problem here.
Spirit channeling the case 5 is a mess.
Oh no. It's your kingdom's legal system. Without lawyers, your insights have come to be accepted as the sole truth. The Defense Culpability Act, which gave rise to that, is the root of it all.
That is dangerous thinking of a rebel. Your Benevolence? As Crown Princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there are many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false. Most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I am even up to the task. Knowing you, Your Benevolence, you're more than capable.
Never heard Maya talk like this before. She's really come a long way. What?
What was that?
It came from the hallway! Smoke! We better go check it out! Hurry!
Mrs. May, Mr. Wright, Acolyte Vane, I am so sorry for what transpired. You were sentenced to death because of me.
France time.
France time? What do you mean France time? We ain't going French.
I will make amends by picking up my husband where my husband left off.
Oh, right, you mean my accent.
I will see the revolution through, so nothing like this can ever happen again, for that is the depth of my love for my dearly departed husband.
Lady Emily, we gotta hurry.
Oh, I forgot what voice I gave that. That voice, is that Mr. Rebel? I must the people. They must learn that the peace we enjoy is a false one. One built in the backs of innocents. Yeah, I know what you mean now. One built in the backs of innocents charged with false crimes under the odious PC Act. We have it in our power to forge a society in which laws judges all of us fairly.
Hey there, PW. I wish we had more time to talk, but Dirk, everything's ready. It's time to go. Dirk? Yeah, see?
Hello, Dirk, aka it's my uncle from Persona 5. It's Daddy Persona 5. Hi, Dirk. Wait, was that the rebel leader, Dirk?
After him! Don't let him get away!
The power to forge a society in which the law judges all of us fairly.
It's the start of a legal revolution.
Hey, Nick. I hate to bother you while you're lost in thought, but I just got this great idea.
What is it?
The Steel Samurai vs. the Rebel, Dirk. I'm making for another awesome TV show. 23 the Point Puncher and everyone will go nuts over it.
I'll never get what she sees in those shows. It's good to know that no matter what happens, Maya will always be Maya.
Oh yes, Maya is always going to be Maya. Always going to be accused of murder in some way, shape or form at least once. Oh, and that was the end of episode 3. Which was, I have to admit, a beautiful episode. Of course, we're going to save, and of course, we're going to do like we always do. We're going to move on to the next episode, or at least watch the cutscene and the next episode, which is episode 4, Turnabout Storyteller. Ooh. Okay. Oh, hello.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What time is it? It's 9, 10, 11.
And then he dies. Dun dun dun. Oh no. Oh god, he actually does. Shisho's dead? No. Do you think he did it? Oh no. If he did, then what do we do? Hey, put yourself together. Don't worry. I have an idea. Yeah, okay. We're already started in court. What? Okay. But that is the end of this episode. No, I don't think we've done too badly. If you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really, really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!